Okay, so we're going to start our Pilates session this morning with the feet hip distance apart. Spread the toes, lift the inner arches of the feet, and feel that engagement through your thighs, and then working your way up into your pelvis, feeling that engagement through your pelvic floor and your deep abdominals. Then to focus the breath, take the hands to the lower ribs and just take a few breaths here in through the nose and out through the mouth. So feeling that rib cage expanding as you inhale, and feeling your abdominals drawing in as you exhale. So that breath is a lateral thoracic breath, so you're going to feel it into your ribs. So we just gently swing back and forth a little bit. Soften the knees and then gently swing the arms around, keeping the shoulders relaxed, keeping the neck nice and long. And to increase the range, start to pick up the feet a little bit as you go. So stay with that breath and increase the range, starting to feel the spine, that middle spine, getting a bit of a stretch as we're into this rotation. We're going to take this into a bigger sweep up and round and down, softening the knees as you go. You're going to breathe in as you reach, you're breathing out as you sweep around. You're going to change direction when you're ready, up, side, down, trying to get that full articulation of the spine. Breathing all the way. And then release. And taking the shoulders back and round. So hopefully the body is responding to the heat that we've been having over the last few days. Hopefully moving with a little bit greater ease. Let's take the feet out. And then from here, let's take the arms out. And then take a twist. Inhale and take an exhale to reach down. Inhale, twist, and exhale to reach. So legs quite wide, or as wide as feels like a challenge for you. And we're doing the standing version of the saw here. Inhale, we twist. Exhale, you're reaching down. To get that range into the back of the body. Same time, you're twisting through the back hand, pulling the shoulder into the spine. And then release and turn the toes out. And take a gentle squat down. So just a little bit wider now, checking into the hips a bit more, the inner thighs. And reach up, inhale, and exhale, fold and sweep under. Inhale, open up the chest, exhale, sweep down. Keep those abdominals nice and strong. Breathe in as you reach up, breathe out as you fold. And then one more of those. And then from there, we're going to take a little bit wider bend the front knee and reach out into a warrior posture. Drop the shoulders down the back and keep the neck nice and long. And breathe. Then take your front arm down and reach over to a side angle posture. And reach and breathe. Keeping the leg as it is. Take the arms up, take the arms back. Into a reverse warrior. And breathe. And then from here, sweep all the way down to the floor and take your back heel up. Now here, if it feels too much with the back heel up, drop your knee to the floor. Taking the leg, the hand that's forwards, leg that's forwards, that hand goes up. So probably your right leg. And breathe, and right hand even. Coming up and turning round. Bending the knee, reaching out, dropping the shoulders down the back. Breathe into your warrior. And then drop the arm down, reach up and over. Lift the ribs. Reach the fingers from the edge of your back foot. And then sweep up into reverse warrior. Drawing back and breathing. And then sweeping both hands down. And then pivoting through the back foot. The heel is up. You could drop the knee if that feels better. And then front leg, front arm is up. Probably left hand for you. And then release. And then roll it up. And come to standing. And breathe. A little bit of balance. So we're going to lift up through the right leg. And raise the arms up. Hold that position and push the floor away. And then release down. So engaging your core to stabilize. Raising the opposite leg up. Pressing the floor away. And then again. Lifting up. And then lowering down. Lifting up and hold. And then lowering down. Finding that point to focus on, lifting up. Knee level with the hips. Take the hand to the knee and draw the leg out to the side. And stretch the other arm away. Look to that outstretched hand if you feel the balance is there. Stretching out, opening up, thinking about that opposition. Standing legs strong. Core muscles active. And release and try the other side, reaching up. Press the floor away. Draw the abdominals deep. Take the hand to the knee. Draw the leg out. Find your balance. If it's there, then look to the outstretched hand. Breathe. And then release. Once again, lifting up to that knee fold. Kicking the leg out. Dropping the hands, bending the knee, lifting the arms, inhale. Exhale to kick. How high can you keep that leg? How still can you keep the body? Obviously holding on to something if you need. Next time we kick the leg out, can we hold it? And then we're going to take that leg all the way back. And then you have a line running down between your feet. Back foot 45, inhale. Big stretch up and exhale, fold it down. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale down. And inhale up. And exhale down. Next time, take the hands down the leg or the floor. Stretch it out. Breathe. Bending that front knee now and taking the fingertips to the floor, engaging the core and having the back heel off the floor. If that's enough, stay with that. If you can do more, shift the weight and lift the back leg. See if you can float those arms up and off the floor, and then come to standing. Okay, take some breath. Lifting up with the arms and the other leg this time. Hold it there and then kick on the out breath. And inhale back as we drop the arms, kick. Inhale, raise the arms, bend the knee. Exhale, kick, standing legs strong, finding that point of focus. Breathe out to kick. Next time, can you hold the leg out? Hip flexors and quads as high as you can. Breathe. Then can you stay in balance, bending the leg and then taking the foot back. And then you've got this line running down between your feet. Core muscles active, reach the arms up. And exhale and fold. So keep nice relaxed through the chest and the shoulders. Next time you come down, we're going to track the hands down, the leg on the floor. Feeling that stretch through the back of that front leg. We're going to bend the front knee now above the ankle and have the fingertips on the floor, and the back heel's going to come up. From here, stay as you are, or lifting the back leg up. Everything strong, standing leg, try lifting the leg, the arms up. Maybe a bit better than that. And then coming up to standing. Okay, and breathe. All right, excellent stuff. From here, stepping that right foot forwards. Okay, and then having the back heel off the floor this time. All right, and breathe. Reach your arms out, open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. So really open up and take an in-breath. And as you exhale, bring the hands forwards. As you inhale, draw the arms back. Keep the neck nice and long. Keep the shoulder blades soft down the back. Keep the chest lifted. Breathing in to open. Breathing out to squeeze together the hands. Next time you take the arms out, let's hold them and stretch the fingers. Back heel should be up if you can, if not, back heel to the floor. You've got your right leg forward, so turn to the right, keeping the knee directly above the ankle. See how much rotation you can get around following that right arm. And then continuing then to twist the other way. Keep the knee steady. Come back to the center. And then push up, and then step the other leg back. Heel is up. Bend the front knee. Open up this time, take the palms facing up, reach up. Inhale, exhale. So inhale as you drop the hands, exhale as you bring the hands together. So just working on a bit of shoulder mobility here whilst maintaining that stability in the rest of the body in this lunge. Exhale up and inhale back down. Next time, let's take the arms out, stretch. So the left leg is forward, so twist to the left and reach the fingertips away from one another. Okay, following the left hand, keeping the left knee steady, twist to the right and follow the right hand. Come back to the center and step up. So we're standing with those feet hip distance apart on your mat, and you're breathing. You're going to take your chin to your chest and start a roll down. So neck, shoulders, upper back. Try not to let the hips stick out. Scoop the abdominals in. Roll it down through your spine. As deep as you can, legs as straight as feels good for you. And then restack. Track the hands up the legs, nice and slow. From your lumbar, through your mid-spine, through your upper back, through your shoulders, through your neck, and finally with the head in back to the top, chin, chest, roll down. Nice and slow. Breathe. Once you're down, hands can rest where it feels good for you. Keep the sit bones lifting, pull the abs in. Maybe the hands are going to be on the legs, maybe the knees, maybe the floor as you bend one knee and stretch out through the other. Bend and stretch. Stay with that breath. And then we're going to bend the right leg and we're going to take the left arm up and open up. Through that left side, sit bone lifting on the left side, breathing, switch, bend the left leg, and take the right arm up, and rotate round, and breathe, coming back, bending those knees, placing the hands on the thighs and looking up, inhale, arch the spine, send the tailbone away, exhale, rounding the back, scooping the belly in, and again, tailbone away. And exhale through to your cat stretch. And again, tailbone away. And then rolling all the way up into standing now, reaching the arms up and then maybe pushing through the floor to rise onto the toes. See if we can find balance there. Bring the heels down. As you bring the heels down, bring the hands level with the shoulders, send the tailbone away and into squat as you pulse through that squat. Pulling the abdominals deep and only going as deep into the squat as feels good. Then drop the hands down towards the floor as you tuck the head and you scoop the belly and you straighten the legs and you roll it back up. Restacking that spine, finishing with the head and reaching the arms up. And once again, if you can, push through the floor with the balls of the feet. Heels coming up. Find that balance as the heels come down, the hands come level with the shoulders, the neck stays long with the shoulders down the back, and you go to squat. And you pulse, and you breathe. Pulsing that squat, knees and feet aligned. Drop the hands down. Scoop the belly and track the hands back up the legs. And restack that spine. Finishing with the head, reaching the arms up again. Push through the floor. Can you stay up this time on the balls of the feet? Maybe that's enough. Hands level with shoulders. Maybe you could stay on the balls of the feet. As you lower down into your squat. And maybe pulse in that squat with the heels up this time, a bit more stability required. And then hands come down. Once we're down, tucking in, take the hands to the front of the mat and feet back of the mat, and then into a downward dog. Pushing the floor away with the palms, with the heels of the hands. The hips are high, the belly's drawn in. And then on an in-breath, come to a high heel downward facing dog. And on the out-breath, send the heels down towards the floor, legs as straight as you can. In-breath, come to high heel down dog. And on the out-breath, the heels are coming down. And once again, in-breath, high heels. And then heels coming down. We're going to shift to a high plank now. So you can choose to do this with the knees off, or you could drop a knee, or you could drop both knees, keeping the core active all the way. We're going to go to side plank. You can choose to do this with the knee down or not. And reach it up. Pushing the floor away and lifting the lower waist, and then switching sides, dropping the knee where you prefer. Reaching up and opening up. Coming back to downward facing dog. Draw the abdominals deep. Shift the weight to your high plank position and slowly bring the knees in one at a time, trying to maintain that stability and the hips the same height as the shoulders. Breathe. Anytime you need to, come down to your knees. We're pushing back to down dog. We're lifting the hips high. We're opening up through the shoulders. Breathe. We're coming back to high plank. We can drop a knee. We turn side plank again. This time we open up on the in-breath and we exhale to sweep under. In-breath, open up, exhale, sweep under. In-breath, open up, exhale, sweep under. Remember to drop that knee where that feels better for you. Use the breath, switch sides, side plank. Reach up, inhale, exhale, sweep under. Get that range. Using your breath, lifting your lower waist. Obviously, knee down where you prefer. And push back down dog. If not, come down to the knees, child's posture, shift forwards to high plank again, spread the shoulder wide. This time, take the knee to the opposite elbow. twist, twist. Breathe out as you tuck in as you come back. This feels too much. Drop a knee and come to child's posture. 3, 2. Now everyone down, wherever you're at, into child's posture. And breathe. Deep and wide breaths into the ribs as you walk your hands round to the right hand side. And take some breath. And then you walk round to the left. And take some breath. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, look up, tailbone away. Exhale, tuck and round the back into cat. Inhale, tailbone away. Looking up and exhale through to your cat. Inhale, tailbone away. And exhale through to cat. And then from your cat, you're going to roll up and take your thumbs into the sacrum, pushing the hips forwards, keeping the thighs on. Chin can stay tucked or head can go back. And feel that stretch through the back, through the front of the body, and that work into the back of the body. And then release. And then take the hands forwards and take the legs back and drop down. Bringing the hands under the shoulders and the elbows tucked into the ribs and the toes stretching away. And then from here, as you breathe, keeping your thighs on and your belly strong, lift your nose and your chin. And then your chest, and gently coming up to where it feels good for you. Draw the chest forwards. Keep the shoulders down the back. Lower it down. Keep the thighs on, keep the abdominals engaged. Lift the nose and the chin and the chest. And slowly peeling up and off the floor. And breathing. And then lower it down again. Lift the hands off the floor this time. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lift the nose and the chin and the chest. Place the hands down. And then peel it up. And a little bit more range. And then stretch those arms out. Turning the head to the right. Lift the right leg up and then lift it up and over to the left side. See how far you can take that leg over, maybe touching base on that left side. And then switch and lift the left leg. And then see if you can reach up and reach over as far as you can to the right side. And then release. And sweep the hands forwards. Okay, turning the palms to face one another, lifting the right arm and lifting the left leg on the out breath and returning. Inhale, exhale, lift. Work from your center. If you have some issues with the shoulders, you could just keep the hands down and lift one leg. If you're feeling stronger, you could be lifting all the limbs at one time. Yeah. Keeping that neck long, keeping the shoulders down the back. Think length, fingertips to toes, and work from your center. Breathe. Opposite limbs or all the limbs, or just the legs. And one more. And sweep the hands out again to the side, turning the head to the right, lifting the right leg and sweeping up and over again. Seeing if we can get more range as you're working that right leg towards the left side, and then turn the head to the left and lift the left leg and sweep it up. And breathing. Turning around again, taking the hands a little bit wider this time and tucking the toes. So what we're going to try and do is push the body up and off the floor like a plank or with the knees on the floor. So from here, thighs are on, abs are on, press and push. It may be that you need your knees down to do this. Come back down slowly, shoot the arms out. Either lift both arms and legs at one time, or do a single on either side. Bring the hands back again, nice and wide by the shoulders. Tuck the toes, engage everything strongly. Push the body up and off the floor. Breathe, lower it down. Shoot the arms out. Lift again, either all the limbs or one at a time, as in opposite limbs. Bringing those hands back. Tucking the toes, keep the thighs on, remember to keep the knees down where you need. Push up and off the floor. Coming back down, shoot the arms out. Lift all the limbs, or right arm, left leg, and then left arm, right leg. Breathe, bring the hands back, tuck the toes, knees down or not. Press up. Coming back down. We're going to do one more. Reaching out, lift all the limbs or opposite limbs. Breathe, bring the hands back, tuck the toes, press. Come down to knees. And stretch back, child's posture. Taking some breath before rising up onto your high knees, okay? And we're going to step this right foot forwards. It's definitely pretty hot. Send that back knee away. Make sure it's comfortable. Keep your right hand on your right thigh and lift your left arm up. Take an in-breath there and take a side bend over to the right side. And then continue to the right as you take your right hand round and you follow that. Taking your left hand to the outside of your right leg. And breathe as you come back, straightening out through the front leg. The toes are up, the heels away, hands down the leg or the floor, depending on how flexible you're feeling through the back of the legs. Breathe and release. Coming back, sending the left leg forwards, sending the right knee back. Left hand on the thigh, right hand up, lift, and then breathing as you go over to your left side. Deepening the stretch into the hip flexor on that right leg, and then sweeping the left hand to the left. Breathe. And then straightening up through the front leg now, your left leg, toes up. Stretch it down. Long spine, hands floor if you can make it. And breathe. And from here, take those knees a little wider. And back into child's posture again. Taking some breath as you go. And we're going to roll round onto your back now. And bring the heels just in so that we're in a neutral spine position. Chin is tucked. And we're taking some breath. First two fingers on the hip bones, thumbs under. In breath, arch your spine. Exhale, imprint your spine. Pelvic tilt here. Awareness of keeping those knees still. In breath, you arch. Exhale, you imprint. Then you place the hands on the floor. In breath, arch, imprint, and then continue to peel your spine up and off the floor into your pelvic curl. Once you're up there, strong through the thighs. In breath, draw the belly in and sending that upper back, middle spine, through to your lumbar spine, down to your sacrum again. In breath, arch on the floor. Exhale, imprint, and then peeling up from your lumbar And then all the way up, sequentially through your spine. In breath at the top, and then scoop the belly in and roll it down. Trying to keep those knees as still as you can. So working through your pelvic tilt, and then working through your spine up into your pelvic curl, and then initiating the movement with an in-breath at the top, and then rolling it back down again. Stay with that breath. Lifting high and strong. Thighs are on. Breathing all the way. Next time you come up, we're going to hold it there. We're going to sweep the arms up and over the head. And keep the hips up, and then just bringing those hands down. Hips staying up. So you have a strong line running from your knees, your hip, your shoulder to your ear. As you sweep the arms up on the in-breath, keep it nice and broad across the upper back. And draw the belly in. Try not to flare up through the rib cage. One more of those. And as you come, you're going to bring your hands down. Then you're going to curl your head up. And you're going to look through. And then you're just going to start stretching the fingers wide and pumping those arms up and down. And breathing in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So keep curled up. Keep resetting. And if your neck starts to strain here, take a hand behind the head. Take your right leg up to knee fold if you can, with your knee above your hip, and try to maintain that stillness. Engaging core, pelvic floor, deep abs, stabilizing into the hip joint. Keep the arms pumping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the way. Can we take the second leg to knee fold? Or you could switch. Keep resetting. Keep working those arms like paddles, working from your shoulders and breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you able to straighten out one leg? And keep working those arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, taking a hand behind the head where you need. Keep working. Can we switch those legs? One leg knee fold directly above the hip with the knee. Other leg strong and long. Keep pumping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we straighten both legs? Keep breathing. Keep curled up. Keep resetting. Can you start to lower those legs? Working at your level, remember. 5. Keep pumping. 4. Keep breathing. 3. Keep breathing. Lowering. 2. 1. And then hug those knees in and take your head side to side, releasing that neck. Circling the knees out and round. And breathing. Place the feet back on the floor. Once again, in-breath arch, exhale, imprint, peeling up and off the floor. A little bit tighter in now with the heels, so we get more lift, inner thigh squeezing, and nice and strong across the torso. Pelvic floor, deep abs, lift the right leg to knee fold, toe tap. This feels too much on the back, then lower the hips down. As you raise the leg up, the knee comes level with the hip. And exhale, tap down. Try to maintain the lift with the hip on the left. You could check in with that, with the thumb up and into the hip bone and the pinky lightly on the floor, seeing if you're maintaining that height. Release, have a breather, or lift the hips and reset again. This time left leg comes up, knee fold. Maybe the right thumb into the hip and pinky on the floor to check in with maintaining that same height. And in breath, we lift, exhale, we tap, abs pulled in, breathe. Maintain that core engagement throughout. Stay with your breathing. Keep the right leg steady and keep lifted. Keep resetting, keeping that height. Or if it's too much, then hips on the floor. And then release down and hug the knees in to the body. And circle those knees out and round, taking some breath. Hug the knees in, curl the head up, stretch the left leg long, reach the right leg high, work the hands up that leg and pull in and reach away. And then switch, send the leg away, draw the other leg in, legs as straight as you can, and switch. So we got a hamstring pull, it's curled up, breathe. Try not to rotate through the pelvis, keep everything still and steady, pulling in, reaching away, opposition all the way for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and hug those knees in. Breathe, placing your feet on the floor, hip distance, take your right foot on top of your left thigh. See if you can draw that foot up towards the crease of your left hip. Press your right hand against the right knee. See if you can lift your left leg off the floor and reach through the window of the legs and behind the back of that left knee. And you could keep the head up or down. And pull in. And breathe. Feel that stretch into the hips there on that right side. And then we're going to switch. We're going to take the left leg on top of the right thigh. As far up to the crease of the right hip. This feels good. Press against the inside of the left knee. See if you can lift that right leg off the floor. Hands behind the knee. Heads up or down. And breathe. Keep drawing that leg in. And then release. And hug those knees in. Roll yourself up. Swing back round onto your front with your hands to the front of the mat. Tuck your toes and lift your hips high. Push the floor away in your down dog. Pull the belly in. Take the feet a little wider in your down dog, if you can. And can you keep your left hand on the floor, taking your right hand towards your left shin? Can you get hold of that? Maybe bend the legs, maybe not. Pulling in, getting that twist and extra stretch as well. I'm going to switch hands, right hand's down, and we take the left hand. And we try to get more of a stretch there. Breathe. You're going to walk your hands now to your feet. Keep your head down. And then roll it up. Nice and slow. Tracking the hands up the legs. And then come back to standing. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Stretch those arms away. Breathe. As you're there, then take your head to one side and to the other to just stretch the neck. And then we're going to take one arm across the body, the other arm on the other hand, on the other arm, and just pull, looking over that opposite shoulder. And then switch, arm across the body, and pull and look over the shoulder. And breathe. Take the hands behind your head, just gently open up the chest and do a side bend. On the out breath and in breath, come back to the center, side bend, look up to the opposite elbow and release. Bringing the hands down and taking an in breath. Rise onto the toes, stretch the fingers and then coming down. In breath, reach it up, stretch it up And one more time, in breath up. And exhale, down. And shake it out. That's it for this morning. Next time I'll be Zooming, it will be Thursday morning.